Hey Aries, this reading is for Aries singles. Hi and welcome. I'm going to jump right into it. Just take what resonates, and you can also check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. There might be messages in those readings for you as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. This is for whenever you find this reading. What do we have for my Aries singles? I'm just going to pull 3 oracle from the vibrational match oracle from Revolutionary You. Not Revolutionary, sorry. I just got this deck and I love it. It's awesome. Revolution You, and it's called the Vibrational Match Oracle. So we'll see what they have to say. I just got it from Etsy. I'm going to pull 3 of these, and then we'll get into a Celtic Cross to see what my Aries singles have coming up for them. I'm an Aries single as well, and I would like to know. All right. The only thing is these cards are a little bit big, but I kind of like them. I keep buying cards that don't really fit in my hands. I don't know why. Okay, so we have Blessing in Disguise, a turn for the better. Your angels have your back. Dodged a bullet. Things fall apart, so better things come together. Trust that beyond the current struggle, something great awaits you. Well, that's good news. Can you guys see it? It's super glary, sorry. All right, let's just do 2 more. I'm gonna take it right off the top. It says, who made the rules? Rock the boat. It's time for you to call the shot. Stand up for what's right. Live life on your own terms. Stand your ground. Speak up. Meddling interference caused by a third-party instigator. Do not tolerate any BS. Well, you're an Aries. You usually don't tolerate any BS. And we don't really go by rules anyway. It says disconnect to stay connected. We have digital detox, reconnect with yourself and surroundings. Focus on real-life interactions, experiences without distraction. EMF protection, detach and unplug from social media. Let's see, there we go. All right. It's good to take a digital detox sometimes. It's also saying, focus on real life interactions. So just basically, being present. At the bottom of the deck, you have soul ties, a bond on a deeper level, soul contract, knitting of souls, familiar feeling, soul recognition, intimate ties, karmic partner, clear ethical cords, yoni steam, V-steam, and past life connection. Break any unhealthy attachments, obsessive thoughts. So that's on the bottom of the deck. Okay, we're gonna pull some romance. I cannot talk today at all. Some romance angel oracles for Aries singles. What do we coming for Aries singles, Spirit? I love those cards. Rock the boat. I feel like you can rock a boat more ways than one. Okay, moving on. Whoa. We have wedding. The situation involves marriage. Oh, wow. Talk about rocking the boat. Went from single to married in amount of 4 cards. Let's get 2 more, please, Spirit. 2 more. Oh, and there they are. We have separation. The time apart from your partner is on the horizon. This could mean that you're separating, that you just separated, or even went through a breakup, or it could just be, you have the disconnect to stay connected. You could just be separating, kind of just taking time for yourself. And we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments, which kind of makes sense for separation and disconnecting, right? Reflect and release. All right, let's get into a Celtic Cross. Whoa. Whoa. What do we have, Spirit, for my Aries singles? What do we have for Aries singles? Already pre-shuffled all these cards and meditated over them, of course. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull them. use it for a little bit more. So you're starting off the week with a Page of Swords. It's kind of overall energy this week, this pull, whenever you find it, whatever week it is. Wow, okay. I'm going to take a couple from the bottom here. Oh, I'm actually going to take all these from the bottom. I feel like they add to the story. Damn. Wow, okay. Yep, and we're just going to do all this. Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay. We have the Page of Swords to start off. So either somebody is checking you out, Aries, or you are checking somebody out. The Page of Swords is an investigator. You might even be trying to find out some, maybe a little more info on somebody. You might be crushing on someone, or they might be crushing on you. We have the Magician in the challenge position. Kind of manifestation, hard work, willpower, determination, kind of turning your thoughts into reality. In your kind of subconscious, or what I call the subconscious, is Four of Pentacles. So it looks like you're kind of working on your money, focusing on your goals, financial goals, career goals, making those pentacles. Okay, and your recent past, we have the Six of Cups. So I don't know if you just got out of a relationship or you're getting out of a relationship. But anyway, it's like a past person. Six of Cups in the past. It's in the past. All right. In your near future, we have the King of Swords. So finding clarity, also going, just clearly communicating or having a clear, kind of clear outlook on what you want, mental clarity. Okay. And then you have the Death card in your future. So ending a cycle. It's also, you know, in tarot, the Death card is actually kind of welcome because it brings transition. It's, you know, usually a big transition when you're closing out one cycle and you're starting a new one. So don't be afraid about the Death card. We have the Five of Cups in your, kind of your internal influences. Five of Cups is, if you're ending something or you just ended something, you might be, it looks like, because there's a past person or a past relationship that you might have been still kind of hung up on, or just maybe not fully healed. I think there's a cycle ending, and because you have the Five of Cups, which is kind of crying over spilled milk a little bit. This person is kind of crying over these cups that, you know, all the wine is spilled out, but she doesn't, if she would just turn around, there would be two more cups behind her, and those are the cups of hope. And it just so happens the Two of Cups in the tarot is, you know, that eternal, long-lasting, soulmate, twin flame, like really deep love. And then in your external influences, you have the Four of Wands, which is the 11-11 card. It's the balance, like happy home. There's a lot of yellow in this card, okay? A lot of balance, a lot of harmony. In your hopes and fears, you have the Four of Swords. So I feel like there's been a lot of time of introspection and kind of going in, spending maybe even time alone. It might be in your hopes and fears because maybe you're still in that process of doing it and you're like, oh God, why? When is this going to be over? Or, you know, it might be in your hopes and fears, or maybe you still have some healing to do. But you have the Knight of Cups as your outcome. So either somebody is coming to offer you this cup of love, or you want to offer a cup of love to someone else. So, and we'll get some clarifiers, but at the bottom of the deck, which is very exciting, we have the Six of Swords. And this is, I usually don't pull this much for the bottom of the deck, but I feel like it was definitely key components of part of the story. We have the Six of Swords, so I feel like you're moving on from something to calmer waters, probably doing a lot of healing after closing out a cycle with the Death card. And that's always good. You know, you're looking, these people are trying to find a new way, or just a new way of life. You know, something more calm, something relaxing. They're definitely trying to get away from something. Or even try to find, you know, somewhere that's better for them in any aspect of your life. Next we have the Knight of Wands. So I feel like, you know, whatever was ended, it looks Six of Cups, past person. Like I said, I don't know when, you know, you have gotten out of a situation. Maybe it was recent, maybe it was a really long relationship that kind of, you know, left some damage. Everyone heals in their own way, and it's like, it's totally cool. You just have to do what's best for you. But I feel like you're a little guarded, because if somebody's coming in to offer this cup of love, or just, you know, a love offer, I feel like you're a little bit guarded. This person's a little bit wounded, you know, a little cautious, which is okay. It's totally fine. You know, that's how we learn, you know, that's how we learn to kind of set boundaries, is from past relationships or past things that have happened. And it doesn't matter what relationship. It could be, you know, a love relationship, or even relationships with friends, you know. In this case, it's love, because it's Aries Love Reading for singles. I feel like there's a lot of, you're obviously moving on for something, but there's just, you have the Nine of Wands here, and then you have the Seven of Cups. So either you have a couple opportunities coming in, or you're still in a state of kind of confusion where you're kind of still figuring stuff out. Or, I mean, there's, you know, just kind of looking at all these cups like, oh, like, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? Who do I want to pick? You might have a couple suitors coming in. Venus is going at, this is shot in at the end of January, so Venus will be at a retrograde, I think, on the 29th, and Mercury will be out of retrograde on February 3rd. Thank God. We have, and what you don't see after this little state of confusion, or we have the Ten of Cups, and you know, I feel like whatever's coming in is going to make you really happy. This is like emotional fulfillment. This is like the happy ending card, right? And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. This is patiently waiting. This is also the investment card. You know, it's planting those seeds to grow for longevity. This girl's starting in these pots, right? She planted the seeds in the pots, but eventually she wants to take the plants out of the pots and have a farm, or, you know, just grow a couple rows of, you know, wine grapes, and then buy more land. Like, it's just kind of a longevity kind of thing. So you have to plant the seeds and patiently wait for them to grow, and even like dial in how you want them to grow, and really get clear on it to grow something for longevity, right? Because we have a new abundant beginning coming in. You know, this is kind of a new opportunity. It could be a new opportunity in work, but like I said, this is a love reading that's coming in. It's going to be something that's like, you know, Pentacles are long term. Okay, they're ruled by earth signs, you know, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, which are all very grounded, you know, and the Pentacles represent the material things, you know, cars, house, career, you know, jobs, stuff like that. And they're usually for the long term, you know. A career is something that you, like, think about it. Career is something that you want to invest a lot of time into for the long haul. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So I think it's going to make you very happy, feeling very stable. The Queen of Pentacles is also very nurturing. Okay, she's very grounded. She's very mature. She's worked really hard for her pentacle. So I think it's very stable, because we have Seven of Pentacles. It's also like, there's a lot of emotional fulfillment too behind this offer. I want to say it's somebody that's coming in, but we'll find out when we clarify. Yeah, and then after that you have the Ace of Cups, which is another love offer, and it's right behind the Ace of Pentacles. So this is something that is going to emotionally fill your cup, and it's going to be something that's stable, something that you can grow, something that's going to last a while, and it's going to bring you happiness. You know, both of these aces, they have golden lights around them, because you know, it's like aces are kind of gifts from the universe. It's the universe is saying, here, here. And it looks like with the Death card, you ended something that kind of like left you up in your head a little bit, or has affected you, because you do have the Nine of Wands, the Four of Swords. Like, those are kind of introspection and healing cards. Okay, you also, on this area, you have 444, which is also bringing back that balance, harmony, kind of individual balance too, you know. And then you have the Lovers. You have 3 major arcana. You have the Lovers, the Wheel, and the Chariot. Whoa. It's a lot. But these are really significant, and that's after you have 2 aces and the freaking 10 of cups. So whoever this Knight of Cups, and this could be male or female, like I said, we will clarify. But it looks like a pretty good deal. I would say, you know, because Aries is, the Fool is Aries in the tarot. That's what it represents. And the Fool takes a leap of faith. So I would totally take a leap of faith on this, because so when you have the Lover's card is, you know, like a new relationship, but it's also something I feel like is destined. Okay. And it looks pretty freaking destined when you have 2 aces, especially the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers, which is something that I think is fated. This is kind of even like past life, you know, soulmate kind of stuff. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune. So when the Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune are together, it means that you might meet this person. It might be like an unexpected encounter. Okay, you're not expecting it. It's because the universe is at play here. And you know, you have these 2 aces too. And I feel like you're not really expecting it, which is awesome, because if you were, after being in this state of 4 of Swords and the 9 of Wands, you might, you know, turn it away, but it's something that's really beautiful. And then you have the Chariot after that, and the Chariot is victorious. Okay, the Chariot has overcome obstacles, you know, and the Chariot's the guy that gets the Emperor to where he's got to go. And sometimes you have to fix a wagon wheel or 2, and he gets there as fast as he can, but he moves. He takes a chance. He moves, and he goes for it no matter what, because you got to get the Emperor to where you got to go. So it's saying to go for it. And because it's been a chance encounter, I think you might not even expect it coming. You know, but I mean, you have the Wedding card even. Yeah, I mean, it says rock the boat. Like, somebody's boat's gonna be rocking. Knight of Cups coming in. You know, all this happiness. And it's, you have the Blessing in disguise, you know, so this looks really good. I'm not going to clarify. I did pull more cards than I usually do, but I feel like they needed, like, there was a reason for it. So, let's find out, because I want to see, the Page of Swords is usually, and the Page of Swords is kind of looking at the King of Swords. So maybe this person that's coming in, is an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, and, Gemini, sorry. Might embody, you know, the King of Swords is also really good at communicating. He's very clear about what he wants. And he's got some birds up here. Birds kind of represent messages. There's also butterflies on the King of Swords throne, and that also stands for transformation. And then it's followed by the Death card, which also stands for, like, kind of transition, little transformation. There's a change. So we'll see. We'll just clarify. Spirit, why is the Page of Swords here? Who's the Page of Swords? Give us some clarity on that. Whoa, whoa. Okay, so Page of Swords is clarified by the Page of Wands and the 9 of Cups. So this is like a wish fulfillment. Pages also, this person could be younger, or you could be younger than this person, but this person has is very passionate. They're, you know, they're very adventurous. Wands are Aries, so you know, fire signs, that fire energy, that it's like fresh and fun and adventurous. And you know, pages are, they're also curious, you know, so I feel like, and whatever it is, like, Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. So I feel like maybe even, you might even know who this person is, or if you don't, they're definitely have their eye on you. And I think it's something like you deep down, like, want, you know? it's, so far it's not a past person. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, building that solid foundation. You know, these people are building a church. And it needs to be stable. It's also the card of community too. So maybe you might meet somebody in like a community project, or maybe when you're out in your community, or they might live in your community. Either way, the Three of Pentacles is, you know, it's like it's building foundation, building something solid for longevity, you know. So Spirit, tell me why the Magician is in the challenge position. Not taking that one. I mean, there's a lot of major arcana here too. I feel like there's definitely something big coming, or something that might be way too many that you're really not expecting, but I think it's going to be something that makes you really happy, like for the long run. Something that's like really compatible. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, that's just fate. Those are fated. All right, King of Swords, or the Magician, please, Spirit. Sorry, I got trapped. Okay, the Magician is clarified by the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. So I think that in the past, maybe that's what the Six of Cups is for. You walked away from something and you're starting to focus on yourself. The Magician is also, I think it's in your challenge position, because maybe you're the past relationship. The Magician, like, I read all my cards up usually, but I read intuitively. You might have been in something where it was, because the Magician, like, reversed is like manipulative, okay? It's like an illusionist, and not in a good way. So I think that you walked away, maybe it was like emotionally unfulfilling. It might have been even someone that you were with for a really long time, or that you know, a soulmate. But soulmates, you know, they can't be, you know, some soulmates aren't forever. They're just meant to bring in our lives to teach us lessons. And then there's like karmic, which is, you know, can be very toxic. So I think you walked away from something that wasn't emotionally fulfilling, and then you have the Four of Pentacles, which is in your subconscious. You're like really focused on your money and your career. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is, you know, this person just lost a battle, but they're picking up their sword. Oh, can you see it? Picking up their sword, and they're like, okay, you feel defeated, you know, even disappointed. You know, after losing, nobody wants to lose, especially in Aries. We freaking hate losing, okay? But you have to pick up your swords and you have to move on, you know, and try not to get too up in your head. You just have to move forward. You also have the Strength and Courage card after the Five of Swords. So I think you're finding the strength and courage, and, you know, working on your career and your money, doing some really deep healing, kind of maybe even focusing on, you know, what you want, like what you really want in your life and in the next relationship. I think for singles, I mean, you're watching a singles reading. I feel like you kind of maybe want to know what's in love, or maybe you're even thinking about getting into a relationship. I don't know, or maybe you want to see with how many people you want to hook up with. I'm not sure. But this is long-term, you know, it looks like long-term, like stability, love, like growing something that's really deep, something that you can really invest in, something that's going to bring you like a freaking rainbow, you know, and maybe a pot of gold at the end. I'm not sure, but it looks like really fulfilling. So if you're looking for like how many people you're going to hook up with, this is probably not your reading. All right, let's, we don't really need to go into the past. Y'all know what happened in the past. I mean, it looks like a relationship. Either maybe you even have it from childhood, or with somebody that you knew from childhood. But I'm going to clarify the King of Swords, please, Spirit. Why is the King of Swords? Oh, just wants to come out. All my cards have been like really flying out. Wow, we have 3 major arcanas again. It's crazy. So we have the Empress, the Justice, and the Judgment card. Whoa, whoa. There's a lot of major arcana. So there's a big change happening. the Empress is like Aries energy too, you know. Aries or Libra ruled by, you know, she's ruled by Venus. So, but the Empress is, you know, really secure in who she is. And it doesn't matter, male or female. You're just embodying, you know, like she's nurturing. She's been through a lot of stuff, but she has risen above a lot too. Okay, she's comfortable, she's worked really hard, she's sitting on her throne, and she's very well respected, and she's earned her respect. It's like, can that luxury, it could mean fertility. Like I said, it's a singles reading. It could be the fertility, like the start of something new too, not necessarily meaning pregnancy, but maybe there are a handful of you that might be pregnant. I don't know. If you are, congratulations. You have the Justice card. So I feel like this is your power. You're sitting back in that Empress power. And then you have the Justice card. This is bringing back balance. This is something that wasn't serving you. Maybe you weren't even with the Magician here, and something that you walked away from that wasn't emotionally fulfilling. If there was any toxicity, and I'm not seeing any other toxicity cards, but you know, you're bringing justice and balance back into your life, which I love. You know, the Justice does what's right. You also have Judgment. So Judgment is kind of like a rebirth, awakening. You might have had a calling, even if this relationship, because the Six of Cups is actually a really sweet, like it's a sweet, pure love. It's kind of like, this card kind of reminds me of like your first high school love, or, you know, boyfriend or girlfriend. It's sweet, it's pure, it's kind of fun and innocent. And I don't know. So even if nothing bad happened in it, I feel like maybe there was, you know, because the Judgment, he's blowing, the angel is blowing his horn. Okay. So there's something that, I mean, you obviously walked away from. Eight of Cups is, you know, cups are emotions, right? So something that you took your cup and you got out of there because it wasn't fulfilling for you. This person, the Eight of Cups, is kind of on a journey. They're embarking on a new journey, you know, something that is more fulfilling for them. So even maybe, you know, this past person or whatever, maybe it just wasn't your person, you know, and you decided to, you listen to the call and you're like, you know, this isn't serving me. I'm just going to work on myself. I got to get out of it. But it's like a rebirth, awakening. So let's move on. Are you guys enjoying the reading? I feel like I can't talk today. I'm gonna have to have some more coffee, but okay. So why is why is the Death card here, Spirit? Can you tell me more about the Death card? Tell me more about the Death card. Whoa. Yeah, Nine of Swords. It's something that created anxiety, definitely had you up in your head, a little bit of chaos, sleepless nights, stuff like that. But after a cycle ended, I mean, you have the Nine of Swords. So swords are their thoughts, it's like communication, stuff like that. And you have the Nine of Swords and the Four of Swords. So it's definitely something that kind of shook you up a little bit. You also have the Nine of Wands, which is also kind of a wounded card, right? And you have two cards that you're moving away from something. So, you know, walking away, Eight of Cups, and then you have the Six of Swords, where you might have even moved after this breakup, or your last breakup or relationship that had you kind of up in your head. So you also have the Magician and the Four of Cups on the bottom. I feel like, yeah, it's just something that really was, you know, the Magician is a lot of thoughts too. And sometimes the Magician, in a situation like with the Nine of Cups and ending something, it's like the Magician can also overthink to where he drives himself crazy a little bit, which can happen. Why is the Five of Cups here, which can cause the Five of Cups? Disappointment. Crying over spilled milk. I mean, relationships aren't spilled milk. Yeah. Oh, wow. This one turned over. It is the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like you have 2 knights here. It could be 2 different people, or it could just mean there's an opportunity coming. It could be from an earth sign or a water sign. Or you might be slow to move on an opportunity because you're still crying over your 3 cups of spilled wine. I'm going to pull another card for one more for the 5 of Cups spirit. I mean, one more for the 5 of Cups. Okay. The Lovers. Yeah. Oh, damn. Oh, sorry. Sorry, YouTube. I don't think I'm supposed to say that. We have the Knight of Pentacles coming in. Then we have the Lovers again. And it's with the Page of Swords. So I definitely think somebody has their eye on you. I think it's maybe even taken them a while to... Because the Knight of Pentacles, there's out of the 4 knights, it's the slowest moving knight. But he's bringing this, you know, offer. Oh, can you see it? There you go. He's bringing this offer, see, and he's handing it, and it's like to the Lovers, here, let's start something new, or, you know, but you're in this 5 of Cups kind of thing, and you're like, oh, all my wine's spilled, all my cups of love is spilled out. But if you were just to turn around, you would see there's 2 in back of it. So don't lose hope. I do feel like it is somebody that has their eye on you. Yeah, on the deck cut, we have the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So I feel like it's definitely somebody that's starting to take action, move forward towards you. Ace of Cups again. The 4 of Wands. I think, you know, whoever's coming towards you, and like I said, you might have it. There's 2 knights here. There's also there's 2 pages too. There's a couple pages. I feel like they do want this balance and harmony and, you know, happy home and just life balance, right? And, you know, the 4 of Wands also, it's very passionate and forward moving. So let's do, why is the 4 of Swords here, Spirit? Why is the 4 of Swords here? Why is the 4 of Swords here? Yeah, not... Wow, you can't even make this up. We have the 4 of Swords with the 9 of Wands. What did I say? You have the wounded cards. And not the wounded. I'm not saying that you're wounded, okay? Everyone's wounded in a way. We just have to get over it. And we get over it. Everyone heals in their own way, okay? But this is really up in your head. I feel like you're almost a little nervous or just kind of guarded. I feel like this is why the 4 of Swords is in your hopes and fears, because you don't want to be in that position again where you're just like, oh, what happened? Why did that happen? I have to reevaluate. Sorry about my band-aid, guys. I completely ripped my thumbnail off re-racking weights and almost died. But you don't want to be like, this is introspection, but this girl is stressed out, okay? You don't want to be like that. Like, she's definitely rethinking her life right now. And that's fine. You know, we have to have these moments of introspection. But I feel like that's why, like, something great is really coming in that has, you know, marriage potential, and, you know, a blessing in disguise. And if you want like a solid relationship, I just don't want you to miss out on it, you know, because it is something that's really beautiful. I mean, you have the Lovers, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, freaking 10 of Cups, you know, the Wheel of Fortune, I mean, and the Chariot's victory. So I think, you know, if this is something you want, and I'm not saying don't be guarded, but don't also make someone else pay for, or kind of, don't hold anybody else accountable for your past relationships, because they're not that person. And you can be guarded and, you know, of course, you'll notice red flags, but communicate what bothers you, you know. I feel like when people get into a relationship, so they're kind of quiet, I guess, about their I don't know, they're kind of quiet maybe, or they don't speak up for, you know, just speak up, just be like, lay it on the table, and be like, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I'm not looking for, I'm just not sure, or we need to take it slow because I just gotta have a relationship and whatever, or whatever it may be, just freaking say it. And I know it's easier said than done, trust me, but if you just are straight up from the beginning, then it just creates less problems. And you don't have to be like, you know, some people I feel like worry that they're gonna hurt somebody else's feelings. You don't have to do it in like a super harsh way, but just be like, this is where I'm at. Okay, this is what I want. I like you. I'm not really sure if, you know, I mean, obviously don't get into a relationship and be like, so I kind of want to marry you. After 3 dates, that's, you know, not a good idea. Anyway, let's go for the Knight of Cups spirit. I'm not going to do any of the clarifying on the underneath. Oh, we have the King of Wands, clarifying the Knight of Cups. King of Wands is another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you could be dealing with one of those people that might be offering you this cup of love. But the King of Wands is fun. I'm not just saying that because I'm an Aries or we're Aries, but King of Wands is fun. He's a leader. He goes after what he wants. Sometimes has that entrepreneur kind of spirit, but he's adventurous. He's got a lot of passion, a lot of fire, and he's, you know, you want a king coming after you. I mean, the only thing better than a king is the emperor, okay? And he didn't come out in this reading. At the bottom, you have the Hierophant, which I think that's what you want. This person, like I said, it could be male or female, gender doesn't matter, but they could be matured like a king, okay? And you have the Hierophant, which is long-term commitment, is marriage. It's a higher level of commitment. Also spirituality, so you might have a really good spiritual connection with this person, which I think that you do because, or you will, because it's something that's faded, and you have the Lovers twice, you know? That is a spiritual connection, you know? That's like soul bonding. So these people are, that's, you know, the angels in the back, the stars, it's all cosmic, and it's awesome. You do have the Knight of Swords coming in. The Knight of Swords kind of really comes in pretty quickly, but it's also saying, I feel like it's telling you to take action if this comes in, and try not to be too stuck up in your head. So if this reading, I think that's, I'm going to leave it there because it looks really good. Aries, I wish you all the best. If you guys resonated with this reading, or if you liked it, will you please click like and subscribe to follow me. Thank you. I'm truly grateful for you guys. I wish you the best. And I hope somebody's boat gets rocked because yeah, I would just kind of go for it. Anyway, I am sending you all love, light, happiness, and I will catch you on the next one.